He liked it, she liked it, I loved it. I got new action figures right there on my toy shelf. So I've got more. This is Victor, your G1 host for PopCon. A salute to all pop culture, but mostly the 80s. I've got a pile of action figures here ready to reveal, and they're kind of burning a hole in my desk, not really necessarily my pocket. So they are, of course, from one of those 80s franchises I love and made famous in the greatest era, the 1980s. And they're going strong, even if their latest film did bomb like a 80s trope in a film that's woke. So if you've got the time, I've got the toys and another bulk unboxing. Now, who's on the docket? All right, folks, last time I brought you Duke and Roadblock, Destro, and even Major Blood, but I got some new recruits. So obviously it is more G.I. Joe Classified, a modern take on G.I. Joe, a real American hero. So we ready to see who I got? Oh my gosh, look! Look at everybody who's got Scarlett and Snake Eyes, Firefly, and even Beachhead. This ought to be awesome, but who do I start with? Hi viewers, I love bringing you PopCon. If you like this kind of material in these unboxing, let me know. Let me know in the comments, but subscribe. Really helps me out, and I hope to keep doing this. Now stay tuned for PopCon Live coming soon. Well, I decided to start with one of our two ski masked creepers, the baddie from Cobra, Firefly. So this is Firefly and G.I. Joe Classified. He comes with a lot of accessories, so that's pretty fun. Can't wait to get him open actually and start putting those on him. When I look at Firefly, who is definitely a really great villain. He wasn't an original in '82. He actually debuted in 1984, both in the animation and in the comic. But let's take a look at that artwork. The artwork is done by Jeremy Wilson. So there is a picture on the side, really conveys this great devious look there. Pretty bold in color, but also a lot of detail. There's a full body of him there. I'm going to show some other work by that same artist because I love featuring where Hasbro gets these artists, what they do for a living, and then show them off right here on the artwork they used for this cover. So this is from the subset Cobra Island, and we're going to open up Mr. Firefly, the Cobra guy. I wish I really knew what these other things meant on the side. I could probably look them up. I mean, if anyone knows what all these icons mean, let me know. So, popping him out there, we see right in his package, looks like he's got a backpack. He's got some goggles as well. A couple of other devices, maybe another magazine and gun. But what he has that I find very interesting is a drone. So, Firefly, there's a lot in the fiction that has him having some technology, little things that fly around, even showed up in G.I. Joe Retaliation. So we're going to pop those out right there. Oh, there we go. Nice figure. Yeah, these figures, they really have that great military look that you'd expect in G.I. Joe, right? So this is Firefly, great character, great villain. Very glad I can actually bring some light to the very dark toy shelf behind me. So that's perfect. We'll go on to the next in just a moment. Let's see, who is next? Oh, let's go to our other ski mask guy. Of course, this one is a G.I. Joe. This is Beachhead. Now, Beachhead's real name is Wayne. I love that. These good guys, they have the file card in the back and the original. His name was Wayne, and Wayne was an overachiever. He's actually the Ranger for the G.I. Joes and fourth in command under Hawk and Duke and Flint. But again, a lot of great accessories I can see on here. Again, another subset of the Cobra Island G.I. Joe Classified figures. He actually came out, I think he was 1986, so Beachhead right here, 1986. Not an original All-American hero, but he was featured in both the animation and the Marvel comics. So on the side there, let's see, Beachhead, Ashley Witter. So Ashley Witter got some great artwork from her to show, but it's funny to see her other artwork and see what she has made here for this G.I. Joe Ranger. We'll turn it to the side. Full body of him there. Great individual art, a little bit of a watercolor, and I always like the look of what looks to be palm trees or a tropical setting in the background. So this is Wayne, or Beachhead, the G.I. Joe Ranger. Comes with a little beret too, so I can't wait to put that on his head. Let's pop him open, because sooner I get these guys out of here, sooner I can look at them a little deeper and give them a proper review. All right, I pulled out the back of this one. Here he is. All right, looks like the backpack, the beret, a crossbow, a giant, let's say grenade launcher, just because it sounds pretty cool, a pistol, and even a small knife. So I like the colors that we're getting here. I wonder if he's simply a repaint with some new accessories over Firefly, the Cobra agent. But we will. Whoa, there goes the beret. You know what? I really want to put this on him. So here he is, adding a little color. Let's see how this. Let's see if I'm. Do I know my... Yeah. That looks pretty cool. The G.I. Joe Ranger with his red beret. That's beautiful, actually. So really, that's exciting. That's a great looking character. These guys are so detailed. They are so formidable looking. And like I've said before, because of the artwork on the original All-American Hero 3 3/4 inch action figures from the 80s, that artwork on their card backs, or actually the fronts, were so detailed. They looked like real authentic military guys. So I'm really loving the look of these, and I'm so glad to add them all to my collection. So let's just keep on unboxing, right? This is a bulk unboxing. I'm making a mess right here. Who is it? Another one of them masked guys, but this one is completely masked, completely covered. One of the most famous, most legendary characters in G.I. Joe lore. This is Snake Eyes. Now, Snake Eyes is pretty simply all in black. But since most of my G.I. Joe action figures are green, this will actually be a little different. Now, he is wonderful. He was one of the original 16 action figures back in 1982, debuted in the line as well in the Marvel Comics, which was what was used to market the G.I. Joe line, and then came the animated cartoon. And in the animation, he actually looked more like he had a purple outfit, then they kind of made it more blue and gray. So what's great about him, he was so simple in the original. They just reused parts of other action figures from G.I. Joe. They just made him a new head, and he had no different paint application. Now, there are two versions of G.I. Joe Classified of Snake Eyes. One comes with his wolf, Timber. So I needed Snake Eyes really bad, and I wasn't going to wait, so I got the one without Timber. Who knows? I love the wolf, so it would be great to have. So let's quickly look at Snake Eyes. Tracy Ching, I love her work. Tracy Ching, or Shing, I apologize if I mispronounced the last name, but she is the artist behind that work right there of Snake Eyes. Fully covered head. This classically trained in the martial arts character never spoke until this year's movie. So he has never shown his face. He has never spoken until the movie that just recently came out and didn't do so hot. But I think I'm watching it tonight. So this is the artwork there for Snake Eyes. We can see some other work from Tracy as well. So looking forward to that. Now, he's got a backpack. He's got a lot of accessories too, including large weaponry, sword related, as well as guns and a dagger. So let's open Mr. Snake Eyes. You know, the whole point of this is to watch me open new toys, isn't it? So Snake Eyes is an awesome character, and in almost most fiction of G.I. Joe, whether it was the animation, Marvel, or even the live-action films, he is shown in some sort of romantic relationship with Scarlett, who is the next action figure. So here's Mr. Snake Eyes. You can't confuse him with Storm Shadow, who is the Cobra martial arts expert, but Snake Eyes is a great... I like to use the word ninja, but that's kind of a broad term. But there he is, looking beautiful. Can't wait to get him all sized up in the box. Like I said, he is related very much to our next and final bulk unboxing character, Scarlett. Scarlett's real name is Shayna O'Hara from Atlanta, Georgia. No, honestly, that's what her file card said. Shayna O'Hara from Atlanta, Georgia. Who does that sound like? And although she sounds a lot like that character, she is nothing like the Southern Belle portrayed in the classic Gone with the Wind. She is an awesome military tactic. She is an intelligence officer, and she comes with her famous crossbow, which is great. This look is so reminiscent of the original that she's so easy to recognize. And she was one of the original 16 action figures, and being female, and the only female in the original series of action figures, that first wave, she had a completely original mold for obvious reasons. Phil Noto is the artist there who made that gorgeous portrait of Scarlett, or Shayna, there, and we'll just keep going to the side. There she is in action, which I adore. She is running. I feel like that's what, like the sun in the background, but it also has a couple other images of her at the top where she's training in martial arts. And like I said, she's pretty close to Snake Eyes the ninja, always in a romantic relationship. I wonder if she's ever seen his face. Wonder if he wears that mask to bed. Either way, let's go ahead and take a look at inside and unbox Scarlett. Finally, the fourth of my action figures. Oh, I'm almost all done collecting what's out. There's some thoughts, or there's some teases and leaks of who the other G.I. Joe Classified action figures that are coming out soon. And I can't wait to see the new ones. I've got some ideas of who I want. Okay, interesting about the females in the classified line is they are much smaller. I understand. I mean, biologically, they could be a little smaller, but some of them are a lot smaller than the males. But I've already got the Baroness and I've got Lady J, so we'll see how Scarlett stacks up. She definitely has that gorgeous red ponytail, very famous for her. Her figure is wonderful. I think the female buck or the mold is really well done. So she comes with her crossbow and some knives, to be honest. So very excited to get a look at all of these characters. Like I said, this bulk unboxing, I've unboxed all of my new action figures. I am going to put them in the box to give them a tighter review, a lot about their detail, and a little more info. I'll see you there. Well, let's start with our first ski masked baddie here. This is Firefly from Cobra. The Firefly character with his gray camo looks stunning with the face mask as well, but he's got those separate goggles that are an accessory, as well as a backpack with a little bit of dynamite hanging off the end. That dynamite makes him a little more imposing. And although he does have a rifle, what I chose to feature here was the drone on his backpack, as well as the electronic device that probably directs that drone. Firefly is a very popular character, was great in G.I. Joe Retaliation, the movie. Next is our good guy, but with a ski mask, and he's in green. This is Beachhead. Wearing that red beret, he looks fantastic as the Ranger, and he comes with a great huge weapon, and I know nothing about weapons, let's be honest. Somebody called me out for calling Major Blood's rockets arrows, but I know nothing about any sort of weaponry, and I love the characters because of their look and how they portray the character that I loved as a kid. I also called Destro's briefcase a suitcase. Here we go with Beachhead, moving on to one of the most favorite characters of all G.I. Joe lore. This is Snake Eyes, the ninja, or the pro martial arts, such a mysterious character in every incarnation, every media. He has been voiceless and never showed his face. That is until this year's recent Snake Eyes film. But if we look back at this incarnation, one from the original, where he sometimes came with his wolf timber, he has plenty of weapons. This here, he has a beautiful sword accessory, and still very much all mysterious in black and very cosplay, as well as his love interest Scarlett. This famous female from G.I. Joe, one of the first to debut, or actually the first to debut, is iconic in look and comes with her famous crossbow as well. That famous red hair makes her recognizable around the world. I have a friend who cosplays her, but she's been in almost every incarnation as well. And that I will point out that the mold for the female action figures of Classified are very curvaceous, which works really well. So what a stunning figure for a stunning iconic character. I'm very pleased with what I've got. Well, before we go any further, we should always talk about our boxes as I unbox all of my action figures, because I do like to pose them and make them perfect on my shelf behind me. But I don't want to fill up our landfill, so once again, I got to get rid of our boxes here. Never have mint in box, so I just want to get them off the planet, so. Perfect. Now I don't have to worry about them anymore. Let's take a look at these guys on the shelf. What a collection, what a display. I love my G.I. Joe Classified figures, and I do hope to get more, looking for a few more to debut, but you can see my total of 8 new ones I've recently got here on the shelf, looking good with everybody. So this is my collection as it is now. Well, that was pretty fun. That was actually very cool. I've got 4 new G.I. Joe Classified action figures. Now I'm just waiting for more. The Tomax and Zaymot, the Zorana and the Dreadnought, so it would be very cool to see some of those along the way. But I've got a good collection now, you can see over my shoulder. They're all up there, and I love them. So they look pretty good up there, huh? Now, do you guys know how hard it is to make a shelf like that? I mean, geez, while doing it, everybody's falling over, and it's over and over. But you know what? People like me, we live for that kind of stuff. PopCon is changing. PopCon Live is coming in October, so it's another new version of this channel, but it's really going to be great with some guest hosts, new topics that really stretch the pop culture consciousness that I promise whenever I say this is about all pop culture, but most of the 80s. I want to stretch that to a lot of other things, but this won't go away. I really appreciate your support watching these videos, and I hope you have fun seeing these action figures up close, seeing these 80s franchises that live on today here in PopCon in our playroom. So thanks for joining me. Please remember to subscribe, like, share, comment, all of that jazz, because it really helps me, and I appreciate it because I have a blast. So thanks, and until next time.